Today's video. I'm going to be doing a haul for you guys today instead of our usual vlog. Justin and I are actually getting ready for like a work event that he has, which is why my makeup is kind of extra today. But we never get a chance to like dress up, so I'm going all out. But anyway, I get an order from Thrive Market, I'd say at least every 2 weeks. I could do more, but I have to like stop myself because I become obsessive. Like, people like to spend money in different areas, and my addiction is food. So I'm going to show you what I got this time around, and I think I got a lot of good stuff and a lot of good ideas for you. Also, everything in this haul today is vegan, so pretty cool. I'm not like a professional haul video taker, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out like where to sit and what's like the best angle and lighting and stuff. And I went in our bedroom to ask Justin if he could help me or maybe just film it for me, and he's in his underwear shining his shoes for dinner tonight. Hi. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the haul, and I guess I'll start off with my non-food items. And this is my first time purchasing these from Thrive because I wasn't sure if the prices would be really much better, but I found the Mrs. Meyer's hand soaps. I got the rosemary and the honeysuckle scent, and I just now got turned on to Mrs. Meyer's and I've become obsessed with it. So I'm excited to put the rosemary in my kitchen and then the honeysuckle in my guest bathroom. And I got these for $3.49 on Thrive each. And when I went to Target the other day, they were $3.99, so definitely a little bit of a savings. So I was excited to find those on there. In addition to the soaps, I also got a lavender dish soap that I've never tried before. And I love all the Mrs. Meyer's scents. I feel like they're all good. Like, I couldn't go wrong. They didn't do it on this one, but Thrive will usually wrap up the top of your like soaps and stuff so nothing spills, which is pretty nice. And then I got a couple of things for myself. I got some hair conditioner, Desert Essence coconut conditioner, and I just like anything that smells like coconut. It smells amazing, so I can't really tell you how I like this, but this will be my first time trying it. And they do have good discounts on like all of your shampoos, conditioners, like natural products like that too, so I like to get a lot of our stuff there, and I kind of try a lot of different things that way. And then I also got the Desert Essence brand tea tree oil facial cleansing pads. And actually I knew that tea tree oil could be good for your skin, especially for acne, which I struggle with. I decided to try these because, you know, some nights you just don't feel like washing your face. I know that sounds terrible, but if I don't have makeup on my face and I don't feel like washing it, it's better than nothing to use a little pad. And I actually used this last night, and it smells so good, and it felt like it made my face really clean. So I'm excited to have those. And then 50 come in this little pack, which is quite a bit. The next kind of category of stuff, I guess you could say, is like sauces and marinades kind of thing. I don't typically like to cook with a lot of pre-made sauces or barbecue sauces or marinades or anything like that. I try to make things myself, but sometimes you just want something really flavorful and fast. So I'm trying this Saffron Road brand lemongrass basil simmer sauce, and I figured I could throw this with like some veggies, maybe even some tofu, and simmer with that and then serve it over like rice, and that sounded really good. I also got another thing that's kind of similar, another simmer sauce, and that is this Madras curry, and this is an Indian simmer sauce, and it's spicy. And this jar, I feel like I can make this last like 2 meals because it's a pretty decent sized jar. So then I got this Korean barbecue marinade by We Rub You. And I don't know, I've never had Korean barbecue. It just sounded good, and Thrive Market actually has an option where you can filter the foods that you want to pop up. So I think I just clicked on sauces and marinades, something like that, and I clicked vegan. So it allowed me to see every option they had that was vegan, and that's how I came across this. Otherwise, I would have never looked for this or never found it. So it's kind of a cool feature that they have that option to kind of like introduce you to new things. So I plan on making this with some, like marinating some tofu in it and serving it with rice. Like all these kind of dinners that are like easy dinners with rice kind of have the same theme, but sounds really delicious. The next thing I have, this is a sweetener, and I got this, how do you say it, Devash date nectar. This is my first time trying this, but I make a hot cacao latte a lot, which is basically just water, cacao powder, and sweetener with a little bit of milk, and I use that in place of coffee a lot of the time, and I love to sweeten it with dates. So I'll make it and then I'll blend it all up in the blender with some fresh dates. But this kind of takes that step out of there for me, and this is just organic dates. The ingredients are just organic dates. So it's like comparable to like a honey or an agave or a maple syrup kind of consistency. And I'm really excited to try it. It was a bit of a splurge for me. It was like $9.50, but sometimes I like investing in things like this to try them, and then this is gonna last me a really long time, so definitely excited to try this. You can also use it for baking too, like in coffee, baking, there's a lot of uses for it. One of my staples that I always get on Thrive Market is my coconut milk, because if you look at the ingredients on a can of coconut milk, say from Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, which is a couple of the places I like to shop, or even my Harris Teeter, they will have added ingredients. I can't recall in my head exactly what they are, but it's not just coconut. And I like that these have just organic coconut extract and water, and that's it. You can see it, the ingredients on there. So I feel like it's a nice clean coconut milk, and it says ethically sourced, so that's nice. And then I have 3 of them. So definitely always stock up on that. I use it for curries, I use it for smoothies, in recipes. I actually discovered using it in strawberry shortcake the other day, and it was amazing because we used to make strawberry shortcake with like heavy cream, and you would never guess that there was coconut milk in my last batch of strawberry shortcake. So I always stock up on these, and they're a good price too, $1.99 each, which is a great price for coconut milk. Next I have just a glass jar of unsweetened organic applesauce for the kids. And I like that it comes in glass because I can always reuse it, and the kids just love applesauce. And it's kind of like a mom hack that I've discovered, that like applesauce really doesn't need sugar. A lot of applesauces you'll find add sugar to it, and once you try the one that doesn't have sugar added, you're like, wow, it really doesn't need it. So it's kind of one of those things where you can reduce your kids' sugar a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, my kids have their fair share of sugar, but applesauce is one of those things where I can kind of like get a pass on the added sugar. This is another staple for us. This is the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pizza crust. This stuff is so good and so easy. You literally mix up, it tells you the directions on the back of what you need to make the dough, and it's so easy. It takes like half an hour to rise, and you have like pizza dough. It comes with water, yeast, and then you add olive oil, and it says eggs, but we use flax eggs, and it gives you the directions on the bottom of how much flax seed to use, so it's perfect. And it's a bonus that it's gluten-free, and I'll tell you what, like, I think I like these gluten-free crusts better than when I would eat like the white bread dough. It's so good. I actually just sent a couple of these to my niece who just stayed with us. Side story, but she actually wanted to go vegan after being here, and it was really inspiring. So I sent her her own box of goodies from Thrive Market, and I sent her a couple of these. And another thing about this, buying it on Thrive, it costs $2.79, and when I saw it at Whole Foods the other day, it was $5.99. So that's like greater than a 50% savings. That's amazing. So definitely, like, most of the time I order these, I'll order like 3. I ordered this and I already have one in the cabinet. Like, these are something like I keep stockpiled. Nice easy dinner. Another thing that is a basic for us that I always get on Thrive Market is these Thai Kitchen curry pastes. I love making curries. Haven't made a green one before, but I'm gonna be attempting one for the first time. I'm usually making red curries, which I have a delicious red curry recipe. And these are actually only $2.50 a jar on Thrive Market, and at my local grocery store, they are either $3.99 or $4.99, but either way, like, this is a great savings and I always stock up on them. Next thing I've got is this Artisana Organics brand raw cashew butter. And this stuff is so delicious just eating it by itself if you wanted to eat it on toast or whatever. But I personally use it to make my ranch dressing, and I've tried a couple of cashew butters, including Thrive Market's own brand of raw cashew butter, and this one just has the best like consistency and flavor to make my ranch dressing. I basically use a couple of tablespoons of this, some spices, some water, some lemon, some apple cider vinegar, and it's the most delicious ranch, and it makes me want to eat salad. So this is just convenient, and I like to have it on hand, and it lasts me quite a long time, because I will tell you that this is one of those items that's also, you get like probably a $3 or $4 savings by buying it on Thrive, so it's really worth it. But definitely love this stuff. The next thing is this brown rice pasta. The brand is Tinkyada Pasta Joy. And this is my favorite brown rice pasta. It's the most comparable to me to white pasta. If you do try this, I would suggest like checking it before the recommended amount of time, because it does cook faster than I think that the bag says. But this is just one of those things that I always have. I think I have like another 5 of these in the pantry right now, just with different varieties. They make like elbows, they make penne, they make lots of different things. Another thing, these are about $3.50 on Thrive, and I know they're at least $5 at my Whole Foods. I think they're even more, so definitely a great deal, and I always stock up on those. Another noodle that I always get on Thrive is my Pad Thai brown rice noodles by Annie Chun's, and these are so good. I use these to make pho, to make ramen, or if we want to just make like a little Asian stir fry, I'll do these noodles, which only, by the way, take 4 or 5 minutes to boil. And then I'll add like some broccoli, some carrots, some sesame seeds, and some coconut aminos, and it's just like a quick lunch, and it's so, so good. And these are also another thing that's much cheaper to buy on Thrive. I got some organic sugar because I have been having guests come into town lately, and I love making everybody sweet treats. I've been making like cinnamon rolls and donuts, so I needed to replenish my sugar. We really don't use this kind of sugar much. Even when I'm making like things like pancakes for the kids, I typically will sweeten with like maple syrup, or I would try like the date syrup or agave. But I mean, it's always good to have some regular sugar in the house when you really want to splurge. Next up, just got some brown rice. I get this Lundberg Family Farms brown basmati. Now I'm gonna move into like the snacks that I got. I got 2 packages of these Mary's Gone crackers, and I got chia and hemp, and I got everything. And I like to use these for hummus. I've even been guilty of dipping them in vegan cream cheese before. They're really good. I like them because they are gluten-free, and our whole family isn't gluten-free or anything, but I personally am trying to stay away from gluten. So the more snacks I can find that are gluten-free but still being like whole foods are great. I'm gonna move on to another not so healthy snack, but very much delicious. And that is these Late July jalapeno lime chips. And my sister actually just introduced me to these when she was visiting, and they taste just like what is it called, Cool Ranch Doritos. So they're so good. The bag, it's not that big. Like, I could probably take out this whole bag in one sitting. I try not to, but they're definitely a great splurge item, and just like nice to have as a treat in the house. The last thing is that same kind of thing. This is like, when I discovered these, I got them for the kids for Easter, and I tried them and I was like, oh my gosh, it's cheating. Okay guys, so fast forward like a few hours after that camera cut me off and I was talking about vegan Cheetos, but I was just saying that these have been an amazing discovery since becoming vegan, these Vegan Robs Cheddar Puffs, because they remind me of my old favorite, which is Cheetos. And we since have gone to Justin's work function, so I'm like in my t-shirt immediately because we just got home. And I just want to go ahead and close this video, and I wanted to say thank you for watching today. And if you guys really enjoy watching hauls on this channel, please let me know so I can know to make some more of them, because I really enjoy doing them. So we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.